We are within shouting distance of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football on the lakeside here at Cleveland Browns Stadium. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Cleveland Browns. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Pollard to return from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Taylor to start the drive. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
On second down, it's Taylor. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. You look at this Browns defense. They were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsom. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Rhodes. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back to Taylor on first down. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. 2nd and 4. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game. So on 4th and 1, the decision is, hey, let's take 3. But lo and behold, they'll come away with nothing.
Yeah, it's a disappointing outcome, isn't it? Especially since you know that offense didn't want to come off the field. And now not only do they not get the chance to go for it, they don't get the 3 points either.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 2 yards on the pickup, but that's all they needed to move the sticks. The Browns sit 5-3 now on the year. And they come in playing some pretty decent football, 5-3 over their last 8.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On first down, Rhodes. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake. Rhodes. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Colts will take over here just shy of the 30.
Intercepted by the Colts. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play. Not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
From the 31, here's second down and 8. They run once more with Taylor. And Taylor going to pick up the Colts first down as he'll get this up past the 40.
That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
59 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
This second and 4.
Now a give, right side.
Burris. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. Look at this Browns defense.
They were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Here's 3rd and 3. Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. One of the more impressive punt returns you will see. That one from 87 yards away. And the Browns post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. So that is how we get our first points here in quarter number 2 on the punt return.
Both teams were seeking the momentum that comes from the first score of the game. But when it comes on a special teams play, a punt return, I think that's extra momentum. And now I wonder if they just roll it forward and maybe don't just kick the extra point, but possibly go for 2.
Pollard to return from the end zone. And they can't bring him down. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they sit now at 500 on the year. And, Charles, this was a team that really looked lost in that first month or so of the season. But they have had the hot hand lately, winning 3 straight.
I would agree. It's almost hard to believe that this is the same team because we followed them pretty closely throughout this season. And early on, I know I thought this is going to be a really tough year for this crew. So plenty of credit to them for turning the ship around.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll set up to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. Target's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. And Oliver, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Taken at about the 36. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey already? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Rhodes. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And he is going to have the Browns first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Barnett. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up and keep making first downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Now a 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Rhodes. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Barnett. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
On 1st and 10, Rhodes. This will be caught just inside the 10. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5 from the 8. Looking to throw. Rhodes. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Call it a loss of 5. A big sack to bring up 3rd down. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Back to throw. Rhodes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Pollard to return from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete here.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to a safety valve. Give defense credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. That's caught. It's Josh Downs. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Colts moving quickly here in the hurry-up offense. Back to throw now on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Connecting over the middle with Downs. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Colts send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken in at the 22. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And just inside of a minute left, Charles, they got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. Throwing on 1st down. Rhodes. He finds his man. Complete. It's Barnett. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Well, he's been a busy man in this first half. They've targeted him quite a bit, including both plays here to start this drive. And until that defense starts reacting a little better, they may just keep going back to him.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off play action. Rhodes. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Rhodes. Blitz coming and down he goes. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Third and 19. Looking to throw. Rhodes. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And the lead will hold at 10.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll throw now on the final play. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this third quarter at their own 25. On first down, Rhodes throwing the out route and complete. It's Barnett, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll try the draw now with Chubb. Nifty footwork at the 45. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off play action. Rhodes. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Barnett. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Didn't have a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Well, the Browns are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. Rhodes toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Looking to throw. Rhodes. They set up the screen to Chubb. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and goal.
Okay, ready?
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To the right side, this is Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. The Colts send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Taken right around the 44. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline? And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rhodes.
throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Rhodes. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Taylor. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. In motion left goes a tight end. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 6. A give for Taylor running right side. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Now a give to Taylor. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time. So make sure you get in shape.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
But look what we have here. A sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. 3 quarters in the books. From the 21, here's a 2nd and 4. And this taken in by Downs. And all the way down inside the 5 and the 4. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. Taylor is going to take this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Point after here coming up. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Makes the score Browns 10, Colts 7.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Jerome Ford. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws, and find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Operating from the gun. Rhodes. Over the middle, complete. That's Barnett. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That'll put them up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Barnett. And they'll get him to the ground. And he has another first down at the Colts' 15-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Rhodes. And that's going to be caught for the Browns. Touchdown. A great effort there. Laying himself out in the end zone. And the Browns get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation.
And oh, it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking for Shepard deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception. But playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Escaping the pressure right. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. This pass left side to Downs. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 43-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. This complete to Martin. First target, first catch, and a first down. And now they're in the hurry-up. From the gun, it's Taylor. And some room to maneuver. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. First and 10, Taylor now. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Second down and 8.
They'll set up a throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll set up to throw. And that will be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one. Not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And his kick is indeed good. And the deficit trimmed to 6 now. It's 16-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Well, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Here's 2nd and 7.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete.
And he will have the 1st down. And that is not officially going to end it, but they'll be able to take the clock way down from here.
Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. Now inside the 25, Nick Chubb. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Yeah, that would have been happy with the first down, but this is even better. Once he's past the marker, it's cream cheese from there. And he bumps it to the outside, and it's just going to run away from defenders on his way toward the pylon.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now stands at 13. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off. But they do know that in the future, they've got work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for Cleveland, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
よっしゃー